I've never had a student who hasn't given it a go, but I have over the years certainly had students who have been very reluctant to tell their stories, have balked at how much they had to write, saying, nothing dramatic has happened in my life. There's not an interesting story for me to tell. Another obstacle is that kids often say they can't remember what happened. They say, I don't really know enough. I don't remember enough to be able to write a full-length memoir. I'm going to have to make up details. And then there's a final obstacle, which is that memoir is very, very personal writing. And at this age, particularly, kids are often very self-conscious. And for them to reveal themselves in such a personal way on the page is often very, very challenging for them, especially since many of the things they want to write about aren't things that have happened relatively recently in their lives. They don't have the same kind of distance that adults might have where it feels safer to write about those things. Well, I think if teachers are planning to do memoir with their students, the first thing they should do is read my book. There's a lot I've learned over the years, and I've certainly benefited from reading the advice of other writers who have written about teaching writing and teaching memoir. Beyond that, I think you need to dive in. I think that it's not always going to be smooth. Teaching never is. But I think that if you're going to teach memoir, I think you should really be comfortable writing in the genre yourself. I think absolutely you need to create a certain kind of community in the classroom, which I hope teachers are always trying to do anyway. To me, it seems very, very important to create a culture of trust and a really, really strong community in the classroom before you ask students to write. So by the time we get to the memoir unit in the spring, we've spent many, many months together. We've established a lot of routines about writing workshop. The kids are very used to writing and sharing their work. And we've really come together in a lot of ways as a classroom. The other piece of it is that I do the work with my students, and I write very honestly about my own life and share my writing in a way that I hope will encourage students to do it. What starts to happen is that some students are much more comfortable revealing themselves very honestly on the page. And when other students see those students doing it, and then those students share their work during the drafting process, and other students see what kind of support and positive feedback they get, they then want to go deeper with their own work. They want to go a little bit more personal because they see that that's the kind of writing that's happening. Of course, having done this for many years, I have hundreds of models that I can show the students of work that students have done in past years. So again, when they see the honest, deep, personal writing that students have done year after year after year, it encourages them to do that. And then, of course, once they start the work, once they become invested in it, there's no going back.